Let's get ready to rumble. We'll do it at 1 minute. We're at 42 now. So get your chair comfortable so you're not clicking and popping. Big stretch.
This is as comfortable as it gets.
All right. 53, 54, 55, 56, and 1, and a 2, and a 3. Welcome to the Chainsaw Bar. I'm your host, Mike. Today I'm joined by Joe and Madeleine. Maddie.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Super duper.
We're doing good.
Awesome. Well, we'll just get this show off. It's episode 102. We're pretty far into the system, and if we were a TV show, we'd probably be up for reruns or something. But that's that. But as far as we go, let's do some quick questions to get your minds popping, because these are always fun and annoying. So these are just quick questions to make you start thinking about something and get your head thinking in different directions. So we will start with, since Joe's not been here a while, we'll start with you, Joe.
Oh, nothing much. Just hanging out, enjoying life.
Good deal. All right, Joe, you ready for your question?
Did you see Companion?
We did, but Joe, all right, we're doing quick questions to get your mind popping. So I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
All right. It's a dumb question generally. It's horror related sometimes, but in this case, it's not really. It's just something to make your head pop. Ooh, and you get the hard one. What's your favorite? What's your favorite texture?
Texture. Silk.
Oh, good answer. Nice. Maddie,
Mm-hmm.
what movie kill device or tool did you like or fear?
You can't just ask me that and expect me to pop it off the top of my head.
Yes, this is why it makes your mind think.
Oh, man. There's so many different combinations. Kill device did I like or fear?
Your tool.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Gosh. All of them.
Ugh. All right, we'll jump back to Joe then.
I can tell you one thing, it's not a kill device, but when they just slice somebody, their foot or their Achilles tendon or something like that, just little incision kind of things, that's nightmare fuel for me.
That's fair.
Razor blade kind of stuff. Ugh.
Yeah, so when Herman Munster gets his ankle sliced in the frickin' Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad for you?
Yeah.
It's not a great time for you, eh?
That's not a great time for me. No fear, Daddy.
Oh, that's a good one. Ugh. All right, so we're talking razor blades and ankles.
Yeah, or feet. When I say nightmare fuel, that's literally a recurring theme in my nightmares.
Yeah. What do you think about that one, Joe?
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I guess that gets the Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, then you're, I guess it's a very long recovery if you recover 100% or not,
Yeah, but it's you're going to have to crawl away.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yuck. All right.
Yeah. A slice versus a tear. I think the slice is pretty semi-permanent where a tear, can eventually heal.
Yeah, man, that sounds horrible, but yeah, that's probably true. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. Next question popping at you, Joe. We got favorite pasta or pasta dish?
I like a real good homemade lasagna. You have to go a long way to beat that.
That's fair. Maddie, same question.
Favorite pasta dish?
Or pasta.
Or pasta. Oh, gosh. I really love, like a penne primavera.
That's great choices. Yeah, both those are fine. I love a lasagna.
Yeah.
It's hard to be a really good silky lasagna.
I prefer spinach lasagna.
Still good. Still lasagna.
Yeah.
All right. So that's good. Our minds are starting to think now. That's good. That's all three questions I had. Wait, except for, I might as well pop back on you, Joe. What movie, kill device, or tool did you like or fear the most when you were, till now, till this moment?
I'm not real fond of snakes.
Interesting.
Snake movies or a snake popping out, unexpectedly is kind of scary.
Yeah, that's a
Just
scary.
never have. Just an observation. There was a BBC show earlier this week that profiled the largest snake ever back in prehistoric times, and the thing was a constrictor, and body mass, it's afforded like the snake could get 40 to 50 feet long. It would kill like small elephants.
Man.
And they recreated the thing, and it's just like, no, I do not want to run into one of those, let alone what's currently in the Everglades.
Or yeah, definitely. Ugh. Yeah, that's
shows that show, I don't know, hunting pythons in the Everglades for money. That's is not a career I'd be interested in.
Yeah, that's a hard pass too. Ugh.
I like snakes, but I don't, fuck around with venomous ones, and I don't live in places with restrictors. But I got friends who have snakes as pets, and they're pretty chill.
Yeah,
I don't mind holding a snake, but I grew up in Oregon, and you have to understand that there aren't venomous snakes where I grew up. Like none. Yeah. There aren't any. So we would go out and catch snakes out in the field, like garter snakes.
Ringnecks, yeah.
And then we'd bring them. Yeah. We didn't have ringnecks, but we'd bring them home, stick them in the terrarium, and then one day somebody left the lid off of it, and they all escaped into our apartment, and we'd find them for months, like dead snake behind the fridge. The smell was horrible. Also, when I learned that garter snakes have live birth, I thought all snakes laid eggs. I was wrong. I was shocked and horrified, about 10 years old, to watch a snake give live birth to these adorable baby snakes that are the size of worms. Well, So I just grew up not being afraid of snakes.
I moved here 50 years ago and was living in Lake Lure.
Mm-hmm.
I was coming home from work one day, and I lived way out in the boonies.
Mm-hmm.
And I drove past a couple of guys that were trying to kill a big eastern diamondback rattlesnake, and that thing had to be about 6 or 7 feet long. I mean, it was it was a bad one.
Oh yeah.
But sidebar, when I was selling real estate, I had a small house listing up in Cullowhee, and in their laundry room they had it wasn't a venomous snake, but they had it in an aquarium with a good size, good heavy lid on top of it. So whenever I would take people out to look at the house to see if they wanted to buy it, I'd have to, I did do it the first time, and the woman that was looking at the house, it scared the heck out of her, and she said, "No, I don't even want to see the rest of the house." Walked out the door. She said, "I'm done. Show me something else." And I mean, it was in the aquarium, and it wasn't out or anything. So
yeah,
but she just had a phobia, I guess.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That is a thing. All right,
probably with a reason, but.
True. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's go. All right, that's the quick questions to get your mind popping. We've got the ball rolling, so let's go with, I'm looking at my notes here. Let's do some movie discussion. We haven't talked to you since, 2 months ago, at least now.
Yeah, I think Heretic was the last one we discussed.
I don't even remember talking about Heretic with you. I remember...
Oh, okay.
We did.
All right, we did. All right, fair enough. Because I was reviewing notes and stuff, and then I replayed something, but I was like, did we talk about Heretic with Joe? But apparently we did. Heretic was awesome. Hugh Grant, yeah, awesome. All right.
Well, I think we talked a little bit about, I think Nosferatu was getting ready to come to Silva.
Yes.
But I don't know if we ever discussed Nosferatu.
We did not.
Maybe we did.
No,
we did, but not with you.
Yeah, we haven't discussed it with you.
Sorry.
But, that was also this is also on the list. We're also going to talk a little bit about The Terror. And did you watch The Substance? That new Demi Moore thing?
No, I didn't catch that one.
All right, well, we won't talk about that one.
Okay, it's body horror, so if you don't like body horror, it'll gross you out like it grossed me out.
Yeah.
It's good though.
But I mean, I think it's important. The message was important.
Oh yeah,
body horror is not my jam.
It's a fantastic film.
Yeah.
She got a good award for it too. So
yeah,
I can't hate that. Demi Moore's performance.
Yeah, she got some. Yeah, Screen Actors Guild or something.
Yeah, it was a great award. It's like an amazing performance too. Just laying naked on a fucking cold floor. That would suck. I can't even imagine, man. That'd be miserable. But yeah, it's an awesome film. Great story. Yeah, check it out sometimes, Joe.
I'll check that out. Yeah.
You can bring it up sometimes in the future. But let's go back to Nosferatu, because me and Maddie had a discussion about this on a podcast a couple of things ago. But we do a Leatherface and Lace segment where when it's just us, it's Leatherface and Lace. So we did Nosferatu. But what do you think about Nosferatu?
I thought it was a good remake. It had a nice twist there on the end. I was a little disappointed in Willem Dafoe's Van Helsing. He was kind of ditzy. He didn't seem to be as dedicated to whoever wrote the part for him. I guess I was more, some of the previous Van Helsings were, very serious or whatever. But I thought it was a good remake, and just to give it perspective, people ought to see the original one from 1922. But I thought it was a really good, good show. Good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we said. That go back and watch the F.W. Murnau one, and go back and watch the Werner Herzog one.
The Werner Herzog one was pretty good.
Because they've had so many other Dracula movies out, like the one with, who was it, Gary Oldman, where he wore the sunglasses, and it was real dark in London, and I thought that one was pretty groundbreaking.
Yep, it really was the Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
sometimes when you reinvent the wheel, it doesn't go over as well, but, it was pretty credible. I was quite pleased with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of iconic.
Absolutely.
It really...
That's a good word to describe it.
It changed the way Dracula was portrayed in movies, because you always think of, like, you know, Christopher Lee, Hammer films and stuff like that, or Bela Lugosi.
Yeah. Bela Lugosi,
which are also iconic, don't get me wrong, but it was just like it had been a hot minute since we had something really fresh done with that character. And I think that's, I've lost the name of the director.
Renault?
No. Of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, Francis Ford.
Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's so good with those, like, epic...
The sets, the way things look, the way the flow of the film.
Yeah,
the way his
cinematography and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, just Coppola being Coppola.
Yeah. Those blue sunglasses, though, you're not wrong about that. I totally forgot about those.
They were red.
I think they're blue. Weren't they blue?
They were red.
Yeah, I think they were blue. Yeah.
That's what kind of flipped the switch.
Maybe.
Yeah, but the little circles, like all Tom Petty, all freaking Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that
was right.
I liked it. I did really like that. And then the cinematograph, the wonder of the new world, blah, blah, blah. Yes. The Barker just selling a... Well,
Renfield eating all the bugs was really, really, you know, they did a good job with that.
Oh, man, that was a amazing performance by Tom Waits.
That was so good.
Yeah.
I love Tom Waits. As a musician, Tom Waits is amazing. His gravelly voice, but that performance was epic. The fact that it's him, loved it. It's hard to top that version of Dracula, really.
You're right. It's kind of a very midnight blue.
Yeah, I mean,
with his red eyes.
You know, it gets the modern audience to read the book, you know, because the book had such an impact, like, you know, Frankenstein back in the late 1800s when they were published, you know. It's something, you know, completely different, so new and groundbreaking.
Yeah. It was weird because generally, like, that setup checks boxes, but like, Rose, Johnny Depp, Rose Depp, the actress.
Yeah, Rose Depp.
Yeah, she, something about her was just off-putting to me. I don't know why. It just didn't click.
Yeah.
She was okay. The performance was good, but like just looking at her just kind of put me in an uncomfortable place.
She's gorgeous. She looks exactly like a combination of her mom and dad.
I guess that's
beautiful girl.
Yeah.
I don't need to look at a female Johnny Depp, I guess.
Yeah, I think she's got some potential. You know, she gets some good parts.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't hate her performance as much, but just looking at her bugged me.
That is weird. There's
I mean, you know, she was a kind of a waif-like character, but you know that was the vogue back in that time frame. So,
yeah, they all had those like corsets they had to pull up to make the shape. Ugh, rough.
Yeah. And of course, you know, women were, you know, had to defer to men. So, you know, in a way, she was kind of independent.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you know, her husband's gone for whatever, a year or whatever, and it's going to put their life on a good road. And then, you know, things happen and she just steps up. So she came across as a stronger character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Did we just lose?
No, but can you make that go away?
All right, made to go away. That was Gino trying to call in. We tried calling him a little bit ago, tell him that we're doing a podcast, but so he's trying to call in, and I am not in the mood to deal with like him calling in just yet. After we're done with your segment, we might toss him in there and see if he's up to anything, but I don't think he's watched a lot of horror movies lately. He's just been trying to get through the winter. So that's just Gino. But, all right. Yeah, Nosferatu, solid. Swipe down. Just swipe down.
That's going to keep happening, y'all. He doesn't give up.
Yeah, he'll try at least 2 more times.
And then he'll try my phone. So, just be aware.
All right.
There's going to be some beeps.
We're going to get some weird beeps. All right. So let's jump back in time.
Man doesn't text.
He doesn't text. Oh my god!
Like all of this could be explained in a text.
Yeah, he doesn't text. Gino does not text. Ugh. It's like Machete doesn't text. It's annoying. But let's jump back in time. So we're still in the winter, so technically this is a fair call. We're still in the winter. It's still cold.
I don't know. I heard the peepers out in the pond today.
Don't try changing the damn season just yet. We got another day, at least another 3 hours of it, so then we can wrap it up. I'm done with winter after this segment. 100%.
Daffodils are shooting up.
There's that beep again. Thanks, Gene. All right. Let's jump into the fact that I finally, after 4, 5, 6 years now, finally finished watching The Terror this winter. The AMC Plus classic.
Yeah, the ships.
The ships.
The ships or the Japanese.
The ships. I didn't watch the Japanese one.
The ship. Yeah.
Finally finished it.
Yeah, that was a great series, and I read the book. It made me want to read the book, and I read the book, and I think it was a little different ending in the book than it was the movie, where he's at the seal hole, waiting to harpoon the seal, and he's got a child with him. And in the book, he just kind of disappears. They really don't know whatever happened to him.
Wow!
But it was really a great miniseries.
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, the ending. Yeah, that him there just telling them to go away. Everybody's dead, and pretty much everyone was dead.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Cannibalism and. I just wish the snow monster, the big bear, had gotten a little more screen time.
Yeah, they're at the end. I think actually they're at the end. It got enough screen time for my nightmares because that was so creepy. Ugh. The face of that thing, just the teeth. Ugh. Yeah, that actually they kind of really nailed that thing. That was horrifying.
Yeah.
That one did crawl into my dreams a couple times since last 2 months ago. Like it's running around in the background. Ugh, that hideous face.
Because all the previous scenes were during the snowstorms or at night, and you got the impression of a monster. I mean, the masks are breaking, and you hear the screams, and you see a body whiz by, but. You don't really see the big bear until, the last episode or so.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. And then the last episode was so good. Just like it finally dealt with the situation, dealing with that jackass. Damn, that guy was such a damn annoying dude. Oh, I was so glad to see that happen.
Yeah, everybody stood up and cheered when he got his.
Hell yeah. Yeah, 100%. That guy is like, yes, about damn time. It was just like, whoo. Like, for me and my friends, like, when, what's in the box? And then they shoots them. Everybody, like, me and my group just stood up and started clapping and cheering. It's like, yes, we've never seen that before. And that's like in the theater. And everybody else just stopped and was like, you could audibly hear everybody going, why are you guys cheering that? And I was like, that's what we needed. That's what we needed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, I tell you, it was a real interesting twist on what was it the pharmacist made that he knew they were going to kill him and cut him up and eat him, and him drinking the poison to get into the system. That was a very inventive twist.
Yeah, he covered himself. That was so good. Yeah, he just drank it, covered himself. That was a baller move. That was like top 10 baller move there. I loved it. Yeah. And if you haven't seen it, y'all check out The Terror. It's AMC.
I haven't seen it, but now I feel like I have. So
yeah, there you go.
I've seen bits of it.
It's 45-minute episodes. It's really long and slow.
That's why I didn't stay. It was just slow.
Yeah. Maddie'd come in. It's like, you watching that again? I'm like, I'm still watching it. It's not again. I've barely not even finished it. It's so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, wow. But I loved it. Like, 100%, that was like a solid damn 9 out of 10, like, chainsaws for me, Vroom. But, like, it loses one just because it's so long. It was so drawn out. But I loved it. Yeah, the terror was amazing. Now, I know you haven't liked it so far or didn't finish it, but the Asian one, I'll have to check that one out. I don't know. I'll start that maybe next winter.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in it. I was expecting, because it kept, jumping back and forth in time frame. And maybe it's just, the Oriental twist. It just didn't really hook me. I think I watched 3 episodes and finally gave up on it. It was just a little disappointing. And they hadn't done anything else with the series. There's not been what do they call it? Trequel or whatever the third sequel could be.
Yeah, they haven't continued the series. I guess I don't know what that was. It was like the Terror series, but like,
right.
I don't know what that was. But it got 2 seasons. The first one was like amazing. Who knows how much money they spent on that beast, because that was so epic feeling and so cold. That's such a winter watch. It's just like, it's cold outside. Might as well watch this and feel cold inside. But poof.
Yeah. And all based on, there was the 2 ships. That's what they were named. And the ice swallowed them up, and they finally figured out, the canning process, lead poison or, deterioration is all based on, true life events. And, those 2 ships and the cannibalism, it was, definitely a well-written, screenplay.
Yeah, definitely. That was like when they revealed why everybody's lips were turning blue, and that was impressive. Yeah. And the monkey died, and it's like, damn, all right. That was fun. But yeah, I appreciate that. And that explains so much of what was going on with the people and everybody, and the madness that was going on with everybody.
Oh yeah. Stuck in the ice and next winter we may get out, or next spring we may get out, or, you got no place to go except maybe, off the ship for a little bit, but, you're freezing. So, that, very claustrophobic, even though you're in a big white space, but, it's always white.
Yep. And there's very little light and, yeah, that was, yikes. That was a great series.
Yeah, it was. But of course, voyages like that were 2.5 years, but, you at least could come across some land, let alone being, icebound, which still happens, in this day and age with modern ships.
Oh, man, that's crazy. That's crazy it still happens, but, man, the ocean's a cruel freaking mistress. Ugh. Yeah. Not a fan.
No mercy.
Yep.
No mercy.
All right. I got nothing really beyond that. That's why I was really wanting to talk to you about, Joe. But what you got, Matt? You got something?
Did you see Flight Risk?
I did not watch Flight Risk. How was it?
It was really good. It's a different twist on hitman trying to kill somebody in a small plane. I mean, it was an inventive story. Did you see Companion?
What we will say about Companion is what we'll be calling this next segment at 35 seconds from now. But yeah, we both watched Companion. Right.
Yes.
But all right, let's give it another 15 seconds. Let me stretch real quick, and we will jump into
all about the stretching.
Companion. Here's the whiskey. All right, you got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Companion, the 2025 new AI movie just came out, is now streaming on all things. If you want to spend $19, it's actually not bad at all if you want to spend that much. Or I'd actually buy it for $25, but it's a good film.
I really liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it's definitely due for part 2.
Sure.
Could be.
Follow her around.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Or expansion of Ex Machina. They should have already made another Ex Machina, but what was it? The HBO one? Oh, Westworld. Westworld. Where they dragged 4 or 5 seasons out of that.
I never watched that.
It just got a little long in the tooth, but Companion and Ex Machina definitely deserve a sequel, a continuation to, see, of course, Ex Machina was one robot where Companion is apparently you could buy male and female, so it was a pretty common thing, or at least they presented it as pretty common.
Yeah, like Ex Machina seemed like the prequel to like Companion, where you're looking at what was about to happen. But then Companion was like, all right, it's out there, and everybody's like, that guy was even renting. He was renting the gal, and that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And
no spoilers.
We're spoiling it.
Programming different languages that she could speak and personality quirks, and the Russian guy, up until they revealed what his business was, you got the impression he was a big Russian mobster or drug dealer or whatever, So,
yeah.
Stereotypical Russian.
Yep. He's a
thug.
Ukrainian nationalist.
Yeah.
Sod farmer.
Yeah.
Really? That's it? It's like that guy wasn't even a bad guy.
Or Russian.
Yeah.
He was a bad boyfriend, but whatever. Walking around.
I think he was a bad husband because wasn't he married?
I think he was married to somebody else.
else.
Yeah, and his girlfriend, his side hustle was there. All right, Maddie, what was your opinion on the Companion film? Since we're doing this one live.
I want to say that I never watched Westworld, the new series, because the Westworld from my childhood traumatized me for years.
Ooh.
Traumatized me.
Brenner
Yes.
and James Brolin.
Yes. That one. So I never watched the new one, even though my friends who are into sci-fi told me I should. And I was like, but did you see the one that I grew up with? And they're younger, so they're like, no. I'm like, well, go back and you'll be terrified forever, too. Fucking Yul Brynner.
Yul Brenner's so cool.
Terrified of Yul Brynner.
Yeah.
Man. The king and I can't do it. Nope.
Come on.
Anyway, Companion.
Lawrence of Arabia? Come on.
That wasn't Yul Brynner. But I don't think so.
Was Yul Brenner in Lawrence of Arabia?
Was who?
Yul Brenner?
Was he?
Lawrence of Arabia? I thought he was the bald guy in Lawrence of Arabia. I could be wrong.
He was, that had Omar Sharif and Alec Guinness, and then, of course, Peter O'Toole. I don't think
Peter O'Toole.
Yul Brenner was in Lawrence of Arabia.
Nope, he was not.
All right. That was wrong on that one.
You were wrong. It was Omar Sharif.
Omar Sharif. Nice.
Anyway, Companion. I thought it was fantastic. I thought that the message was really good. It was really stylish. I loved the fact that they pulled up a totally obscure fucking new wave band for that. Not even like a hit song of theirs. They had one hit song. Book of Love had one hit song.
Oh, Book of Love, yeah.
And that wasn't it. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, wow, they found Book of Love? That's cool. That's just me being a nerd because I'm a music nerd. But other than that, like the whole plot of the story and just... I know it wasn't specifically directed at women, but I think women will definitely resonate with that in the same way as, like, the substance wasn't only for women, but I think definitely more women will resonate with what the story is about and how you have to be what your partner wants. Be what the public wants. Be what's attractive,
Can't be old.
You can't be old. You can't be too smart. You gotta smile and pretend to be happy. And that's the thing. Like, can you just act like you're happy?
Really, you have to admire them for, they didn't really do any gratuitous, nudity in the thing.
No.
Although the guy, the one, the short, dark-haired guy that met his companion as dressed up as Barney the dinosaur.
Yes. Yeah, the guy who.
I realize it was a costume party, but
Harvey.
really, they had to drag out Barney.
Yeah, Harvey Gillen.
Yep.
The guy who was Guillermo on What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah. What We Do in the Shadows is his biggest famous role, but Harvey Guillermo.
Gillen.
Oh, his performance was totally, I loved it. I was like, yes.
But I always love him. I loved him in Werewolves Within.
Werewolves Within, yes.
I just... Oh, he did that other movie I saw, I can't remember. But he's just adorable.
And
he's so adorable. And that character and that relationship that they had, I mean, it was just... That was moving, and it was so different from the relationship of the main characters.
Yeah.
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 Because he was just a lonely guy looking for love, and whereas the other guy was looking for,
the sex bot.
The sex bot, yeah, basically. I mean, you can see that before they reveal that it's AI, and everybody's going into this knowing that it's a movie about AI. But before it's actually revealed in the plot, there is that sex scene where I was just going, well, he doesn't care about her needs. I was like throwing my hands in the air, like, you're a terrible boyfriend.
And
he's a kind of a sleaze bag.
He was 100%. Yeah. The fact he says, go to bed, and he just pretty much shuts her down. It's like, what?
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Bebop, beboop.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then you realize that's why that's her nickname.
Yeah, man, that's so gross.
That's such a robot nickname. It's like it was a fucking inside joke against her the whole time that he had.
When they reveal her intelligence?
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
Through the app on his phone. No, it was really good, and I'm sorry if you haven't seen this because we're spoiling a lot of shit, but I'm going to try to rein it in there.
I'm just going to put down this as total spoiler. Yeah.
Total spoilers.
Loved it.
It's worth your time to take a look at it.
Absolutely.
It's pretty, it's pretty, not quite over the top, but it gives you a lot to think about what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, it's provocative in a lot of ways. I really did enjoy that.
Yeah, that was... when I seen that theater, I was like, damn, that was good. I was like...
And then you came home and you were like, Maddie, you need to watch this. So, the next day, he watched it again.
Yeah. Yar. Yeah. But, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Companion, surprisingly amazing film. It's not as good as a fucking Death Rider in the House of Vampires good, but it's alright.
It's like Death Rider in the House of Vampires for the thinking man.
There we go. So what we're referencing here, Joe, is Glenn Danzig, the Danzig. That's about the only way you can describe him. He moved into the movie making business here in the 2020s, and he was the mother singer, mesh shirt metal guy. But he made 2 movies. One of them was released during COVID, and it was called Verotica, to which everybody in the streaming world started watching it and started having viewing parties because it was so ridiculous.
It's so bad.
And it's so bad.
So bad.
And he defended it. He was 100% on the level saying this is a scary movie.
He was really upset when people left.
And yeah.
Here's the cat.
That's Ramiro's needy butt. Ramiro. Needy butt. Yeah, that's Ramiro. He came into the room. We're in the dining room where we always do the podcast. But he wanders in when he thinks he's missing something. Like, what are you guys doing? What am I missing? I don't want to miss something.
He might have an opinion.
He might. It's mostly meow. And scratch my butt. That's mostly his opinion. He's that kind of annoying cat. But yeah,
you need some cat hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I need. That's what I was missing.
Cat hair for the podcast. There you go. There's your butt scratch. All right. No.
Anyway, Death Rider in the House of Vampires. Go.
So Death Rider in the House of Vampires finally got its DVD released in December. I missed it, but once it came out on DVD, it went through his record label, Cleopatra Records. So I ordered the copy, hunkered down and bought it because previously the only way you could watch it was pirate stream it from one of the apps. And we previously have watched this twice, pirate streamed, and both times it's just as bad as like in high definition Blu-ray, which was what we seen it in after I bought the Blu-ray.
I think the production quality is better in the Blu-ray. Okay, it's not like somebody like sneaking a camera into the theater. But yeah, it's just all-star freaking cast here.
Amazing.
Like you got Julian Sands, which had to be his last film.
Probably,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Julian. Yeah, his last film was probably Death Rider in the House of Vampires. Julian Sands,
and he was so excited to work with Danzig because apparently he was a big punk rocker growing up. And I love that. That makes me love Julian Sands even so much more than I already did.
Oh, yeah.
It's my, 14-year-old crush on Julian Sands because, yes, Warlock. Shut up. Don't judge me.
No.
I like a man with a big forehead.
I like Julian Sands and Warlock. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Danny Trejo had a little cameo. Eli Roth. Devon Sawa played Death Rider. Of course, Glenn Danzig was in it.
He played himself pretty much, but
he played Bad Bathory. And everybody has these ridiculous names that are between vampire and Old West. So this is a Western vampire movie, mind you.
Trying to be a spaghetti Italian
Trying
Western.
to be like a spaghetti Western with a brothel full of vampires. And, I mean, it's just kind of absolutely brilliant and horrible at the same time, but everybody who plays in it, like, they are doing like real acting. They aren't dubbing it down, except for some of the lady actors who really
are just the best damn Southern accents I ever heard. Don't you know?
No. Their idea of a Southern accent is to just pluralize every other word, no matter what it is. That's how we all talk, and we all Southern accents are alike. I mean, it was just. Did I say the Soska sisters had a non-speaking role in there? Fred Armisen.
He was in there. He killed one of the Soskas. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it was just. Now those girls could probably act. Why didn't they make them the hookers? Not big enough tits, is my guess.
Probably, yeah, not big enough tits for Glenn. Yeah. But then again,
there's got to be some.
There's got to be.
There's a lot of titty in this movie. I'm just saying.
The first damn 5 minutes, you can just watch the first 30 seconds of it, and then skip the next 5 minutes of it, and then you're actually in the film.
But you want to hear the song at least once because it makes no sense.
He doesn't ever ride alone.
It's like I'm saying Ghost Rider now. Death Rider rides alone. Oh, the Death Rider rides alone. You never once see him riding alone, mind you.
Never alone.
It never happens.
He's always got Titty Mama on his back.
Yep.
And Titty Mama's like his sacrifice. And spoilers, whatever. We did this already before, so we've already talked about Death Rider. But for Joe, like, I'll lend you the DVD, the Blu-ray.
Oh, yes. Lend him the Blu-ray.
Like, let this suck an hour and a half of your life away, but at least you get to see Julian Sands being the premium vampire.
Oh, yeah. Great job. Like, and that fucking hair was hilarious.
His hair is so crazy.
It was so From the mind of Glenn Danzig.
Yeah.
You know it. You know it.
Count Holiday.
Yeah, like everybody had these bad Bathory. All the male characters.
Kid Vlad. Mina something. Oh, man. What was Mina's name? She had the best scream. She didn't...
The female characters didn't have good... They just had regular kind of southern Texas brothel names.
But they were vampire-based, like Mina from Damn Dracula.
Oh, you're right. Mina Bell.
Best scream in the film. She got, like, the best horror scream in the film. 100%. Yeah, and if you just let the DVD sit there replaying the opening sequence, you hear about, like, that's all it does.
Mina. What was the head?
What's the title again? I'm doing a search on it.
Death Rider in the House of Vampires.
Oh, Death Rider. Okay. I put an S on it.
No, yeah. I'll lend it to you. I actually, like, I said I would do it. I did it. I promised the world that, like, we pirated it 4 years ago. I promised that, like, when it came out, I would make sure that I bought a copy legit, own a copy of it legit, and send a few bucks Glenn's way and whoever the hell produced it. So I got the video. It cost me like $30. But, yeah, it's 100% worth it to have in my collection. Because now I can watch it on a winter night when we got no internet. But Death Rider in the House of Vampires.
Oh, yeah, Lee Ving was actually in it as the bartender for like 1 minute.
Lee Ving. And then they replaced him with the other dumb bartender.
Yeah. They couldn't afford Lee Ving all the time. But, okay, well, then tell me, Carmilla Jo. What's the vampire connection to her name?
Carmilla. Joe, do you remember a vampire Carmilla character in any of the vampire movies? Carmilla. That's...
Well, not really. Doesn't ring a bell.
It sounds Dracula. It has to be Dracula. Carmilla.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Carmilla is an 1872 Gothic novella by Irish author Sheridan Le Fanu. It is one of the earliest works of vampire fiction, predating Bram Stoker's Dracula by 25 years. Wow, Glenn Danzig. I'm impressed. I am actually really impressed now.
Yeah, because he wrote this and wrote the character names.
Obscure-ass fucking Irish
vampire
25 years before Bram Stoker?
Carmilla. All right. Damn.
Bram Stoker, you hack.
You hack. Holy shit. That's crazy. Wow. All right.
Well, now there's a book I haven't read.
Carmilla Jo.
Let's find it. I don't know what the Jo is a reference to, but I think it's just, it sounds Southern, I guess.
Southern, Western. There's always a Joe, like Texas Joe, that gunslinger. Right. So Carmilla Jo.
Well, I mean, shit.
There you go. Yeah, like the thing about that movie is like all the characters are a vampire movie something reference and a Western reference. He was really deep diving the spaghetti westerns, all the Sergio. I can't remember the name now. I'm just drawing a blank. But either way.
I pulled it up. It was came out in 2021. And it's the official trailer shows Danny Trejo.
Yes.
And Danny Trejo's barely in the film, by the way.
But he's got great.
But he's great.
He's got great scenes. Yeah. Their vampire teeth are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I got to say that. But yeah, I'll lend you that and here at the end of the week.
Yeah.
And it's a good fucking goofy watch. And then after you watch it, you'll have to talk about it, and we'll bring this into season 4 of Death Rider and the Season of Vampires, I guess. Because we've talked about this film so much. It's so fun. It's so dumb. Like, it was one of those things we had with Russ when Russ was here living with us. So
yeah, it got a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it's actually went up.
At least today, that's what it says, 30%.
Yeah, that's way better than 2 years ago. Oh, man. Yeah, now that people
I'll
actually...
I'll watch the couple of trailer shots that they've got of it after we get done.
Yeah,
I'll say this.
yeah. I'll lend it to you Friday. I'll bring it by Friday or Saturday. It's pretty terrible, but it's not anywhere as bad as Veronica, which you can watch pretty much anywhere now, I think. His first movie.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't watch Veronica unless you really, really...
You gotta commit to it. It's like The Room.
Yes.
If I've got nothing else better to do, huh?
Yeah. If you got nothing better to do, then watch The Room, probably. Just watch The Room. Because, I don't know. The Neckbreaker, though. The Neckbreaker's pretty great. Yeah. I don't know. It's a watch. Glenn is... He's a damn amoeba of some sort. I don't know. He just takes everything in and just makes it his own. He's weird. Glenn Danzig. I didn't think he had the filmmaking damn chops, but he's gotten better in 2 films. He's no...
and he's got to the point where he can laugh at himself.
Thankfully.
Like, so that's, I think, the big difference between Veronica and Death Rider is the fact that you can tell he was having fun and realized people are going to laugh at this. Let's give him something to laugh at. Let's kind of like make it over the top ridiculous.
Let's cheese it up.
Let's cheese it up.
And it was, that was so much better.
Yeah, it is. Acceptance, man. Acceptance. Accept things you cannot change.
It's like, go away. This is your last chance. Turn around now. And the dumb signs. And it's just like,
And then signs will have like skulls with like black, like crow wings, angel wings, something like.
It's the classic like go away signs when the main character is going towards something the bad guys, and then they put up signs like turn around now, or like when you're in the labyrinth, this is your last chance, turn around, go away,
for the path you are on will lead to certain death.
Yeah, the labyrinth. But yeah, that's holy shit, I can't believe we did this again. But we'll do it again when Joe watches it.
I know. You just keep doing it.
Yep, it's so good. It's like Glenn Danzig's fucking Otis Maximus, I guess. I don't know.
Magnum opus.
Magnum opus. There we go. Yeah. So far, this is his best film yet. I don't know what he can do to top this. But
we'll see.
Yep. It's his world. We're just living in it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it should be something about his bricks.
Oh, damn. No, we're not going to go with the damn Danzig's bricks.
That's all I have to say about it.
Danzig's bricks. That's a whole different YouTube search. That's a damn total different rabbit hole to dig into. All right. Let's jump into some weirdness and some news. Apparently yesterday was what most people call Twin Peaks Day.
Yes.
And Joe, did you ever watch Twin Peaks?
No, I never got into it. I think I watched one episode and kind of other stuff was competing for my time.
Yeah, Twin Peaks was amazing.
Yeah, but I know they didn't they have an anniversary or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they celebrate Twin Peaks Day on February 24th because February 24th was the day that Special Agent Dale Cooper walked into Twin Peaks.
He drove into Twin Peaks. He was still in the car when he was messaging Diane.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying he walked into the diner then. Whatever.
Okay. When he pulled into Twin Peaks. Okay.
That was it. That was it. Yeah. February 24th. Dale Cooper, Special Agent, pulls into Twin Peaks to solve the mystery and murder of
Laura Palmer.
Thank you. I was about to say
We should have had some cherry pie.
What was it? David Lynch?
Yeah.
The director who died recently.
Did he? No, I don't think he did. God, I hope not.
Did David Lynch die?
No, don't say shit like that, Joe. God damn it. We've already killed DMX and fucking...
Stop. We did not do any of that. It's not true, yeah.
Yeah, no, don't jinx it, knocking on wood. Don't jinx David Lynch.
I think if you Google it,
shit.
I may be right.
Oh, is he right?
He died on
Oh, man. All right, you're right, Joe. Damn it, man. We missed that. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, because they were talking about Twin Peaks and Blue Velvet with Kyle MacLachlan or whatever his name is.
Tom McLaughlin.
And Dennis Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That he made, these really, dark but really intriguing movies. And I remember those two stuck out. Yeah. He passed away like in the last couple of weeks.
On January 16th.
Yep.
I did not see that.
I missed that entirely. Shit.
How did I miss that?
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
That's all right.
Yeah, that happens, Joe. Thanks for the update, though.
I had a real good retrospective of his career.
Dang.
Such a prolific career, too. I mean, such a weird fucking guy. But one of my favorite fun facts about David Lynch, and I might have said it on here before, is that in college, what is his name?
Eraserhead?
No. What? In college, Eraserhead? No, Eraserhead's a film. Jay Giles. Jay Giles. Remember Jay Giles' band, Angel is a Centerfold? Jay Giles was his college roommate. Jay Giles and David Lynch were roommates in college, and David Lynch had to throw Jay Giles out because he was, quote unquote, too weird.
Wow.
Too weird for David Lynch.
Jay Giles. Wow.
This is a true. You can Google this. Y'all look it up. It is totally legit. I saw it on VH1.
Wow. Oh, man. Raise a glass. All right, everybody raise a glass to damn David Lynch.
David Lynch.
3, 2, 1. Damn, David Lynch. Damn. Shit, I just watched his last film. Shit.
Did you?
Day. No, like the other month, like during the winter I watched it.
Which one?
Body horror. Shit that you don't want to watch.
Oh, that wasn't David Lynch.
No, that was Cronenberg. My bad.
Yeah. I think the last film that David Lynch did that I know of, I haven't watched yet, so we'll have to watch it. It's the one he did with Werner Herzog. My son, what have you done? And I've been saying I want to watch it because I love Lynch and I love Herzog and I love Michael Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't gotten around to it. Because it might be too weird. It might be like head exploding weird, you know?
What, like freaking...
In a literal Cronenberg sense.
Yeah, I was thinking of...
No,
like,
my head exploded.
What have you done? Is that what it's called?
What have ye done?
Ye done?
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Wow. My son, what have ye done?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. All right. I'll definitely be watching that tomorrow or the next day when I can find a copy of it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Damn, David Lynch. Cinematic master. Damn. Master of horror. Shit. I did not know he passed away about a month ago. Damn. That's crazy. How'd that float under the damn radar? That's crazy. Fair enough. I still have to edit that out.
You do?
I don't have to. I generally edit out information like that, but whatever.
I mean, okay. I didn't say what year she was born or her social security number.
She's 82. She's a freaking snake. She's 82 years old. Madeleine's sister is 82 years old, y'all.
Yeah, she's
really ancient.
My mom was a big slut for a long time.
She hooked up with all the vampires. Holy cow. Terrible.
They don't know how old I am. Shit.
That's good. All right. Doesn't matter.
I'm young and good looking.
Just good looking for radio. We're all just good looking for radio, people.
That's what imagination is for.
Right?
Oh, damn right.
Yeah, especially your European audience.
Yes. Basically, just imagine that Johnny Depp and Vanessa Paradis had a daughter.
That's what we look like. That's how pretty we are. That's how handsome we are, damn it. We're good looking, people. Ah, man. That's a spin. Holy shit, that's a total spin. Damn, David Lynch. Son of a biscuit.
Get back on track.
All right.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, all right. Good job, Joe. That's the news. All right. Let's jump into like real news. let's see, Fangoria, from Fangoria, they've announced that the Fear Street franchise, yep, is going to come out on May 23rd this year. Oh. And they've already had 3, and apparently it's Prom Queen. So, like, Fangoria said that Fear Street's going to have their next franchise installment, and it's called Prom Queen, and people like it, so whatever. So,
well, people like Fear Street, man, because it's fun.
There you go. And it's coming out in May, so enjoy. I have not seen any of them, but maybe I will. You know anything about Fear Street there, Joe?
No, sure don't.
Me neither.
Not on my radar.
All right. Let's see. Hey, Joe, have you ever watched, there's this television program, I don't know if it's horror adjacent, but it's called Dark Winds.
Yes.
It's been
season 3's coming up in the next 2 weeks. Good series.
Sweet.
Oh, man.
They got from via the AV Club, who generally have these funny fucking music videos. The AV Club has reported that season 4 has gotten the green light, so there will be a season 4 after this one. So heads up.
I'm stoked.
So we're not.
I can tell you, the author who's dead and his wife carried on the books. Dolly Hillerman. The books are good, but they're a hard read. They're a hard read, yeah. It's all in the Southwest, New Mexico, Arizona, but the series, in fact, I think it's this week or maybe next week, they're rebroadcasting the first 2 seasons on AMC.
Sweet.
Highly recommend watching it.
Oh yeah, I binged both seasons.
I'm about 4 episodes in episode season 1, so.
I read the book that the first season was based on, and then I've still got the second the book that's the second season. I'm still plowing through that.
Sweet.
I read about 4 or 5 books at a time, just different, over the night.
Understood.
But Tony Hillerman, he wrote about 24 books or more based on those characters.
Oh wow!
Oh no, kid, that's cool. Yeah, but so like that was something in my feeds. Yeah, so season 4 is gonna happen, so that's good.
That's good. That's
awesome.
good.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And you've read the book, so there we go.
I haven't read the books.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you got hard copies of that, Joe?
I got it on a Kindle.
There we go. All right. So jumping into books, let's do the Bookstack. Oh. So Joe, this is a weird segment that doesn't really have too much bearing on you, except for that's where we put the phone that you talk through or the speaker that we stack. And it's usually a picture on our Facebook feed called the Bookstack this week. In this case, it's pretty embarrassing because Grady Hendrix, author of the Southern Book Club's Guide to Vampire Slaying fame, his latest book, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, came out this a month ago. And I did not realize through City Lights, our local bookstore, and support your local bookstores, people.
Yeah.
I didn't realize sometimes in November or October I pre-ordered it, and they pre-ordered it for me, and then I totally forgot about it, and then I realized, oh shit, this is coming out in 2 weeks, and if I order it now, it'll be here on release day. So then I ordered it through Amazon, and then on release day, it popped up in my mailbox. Maddie went to town on it, and she just finished it 2 months later because she could not commit to the last 3 chapters.
It hadn't been that long.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 chapters are too dark and scary.
No, it was okay. The explanation is that it's about wayward girls. It's about a home for unwed, pregnant women, young women in the 1970s. So it was getting to the point where I knew this woman, this child really, this teenager was about to go into labor. And I was like, this is going to get really graphic and it's going to bring up things because I've, given birth twice. It is going to be like, just like, I don't want to read it. I don't want to read that. So I was just like, I can't do that chapter. And then with all the other stressors that she's under, because this is a horror novel, it's just not limited to the horrors of being young and pregnant and knowing how bad this is going to hurt. So I just was just like, it was just a few days really that I stayed away from it. Like I was just like, fine. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to just get in there. I'm going to commit to it and finish the last few chapters.
Good week and a
half.
But
as soon as, whatever. You just said 2 months. It might have been a week. But I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And on this occasion, I don't have to. It's not like I'm going into labor. But yeah, no, fantastic. He's a great horror writer. Has a lot of humor. Has a lot of heart. Always has like very, very strong female characters. Like super understands women in ways that male writers generally don't. But I think he grew up with a mom and a bunch of sisters. Mm-hmm. But also this is about pregnancy and in the 1970s and the detail, like the research he had to do to get this shit right. And to even be like what it feels like for a woman to be pregnant. Like as soon as he was just like, okay, and her ankles are swollen. She's still in her second trimester. And her ankles are swollen and her face is breaking out. And I'm going, oh gosh, she's a risk for toxemia right there. That was me going into this, just being, a mother. I was like, oh man, God, I hated being pregnant, y'all.
Ugh,
that's not even the horror part of the book. But and then some of the characters who are non-horror adjacent are just really such shitty people because they think that they're doing the right thing, but they look down on all these young women. And this is the 70s. This is before Roe versus Wade. This is before women's lib, basically. All of that. It's just the way that we treated young women so much worse than we do even today, and it's still not a whole hell of a lot better. But yeah, anyway, that's why I had a hard time finishing that, getting through the labor chapter. But then, what happens right after that? Somebody else goes into labor, and you have to sit through that. All right. There you go. Oh, there's your one spoiler I'm giving you because he hasn't finished the book yet.
I'm at chapter 28 weeks, so I'm at chapter 28 weeks. So I got a bit of damn pregnancy to deal with, and some witchcraft apparently.
Yes.
And if you all are on a Facebook, you'll see the Bookstack for this week. It is Grady Hendrix, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, 2 copies.
But one of them's signed.
That's the difference. So and it's got a woodcut stamp on it, personalized. So that's why I could not turn it down. Like I ordered like I was saying, I pre-ordered the book from my local book dealer, City Lights in Silva, and a few days after I got the copy in the mail that I got from Amazon, they called me and it's like, hey, your book's here. I was like, what book? And then I was like, did I order a book? So then I went up there and it's like, what book did I order? I'm here to pick up my book. And then they give me the same copy of the book I have, except it's got a gold sticker on it says signed edition. And then I see the sign and I'm like, fuck. There goes another $30 of my life. Whatever. I want that autograph and that wood stamp print because it's a little witch, Halloween witch guy. Oh, and I was like, man.
Did the Amazon not give you the option of, whatever, a week or two to send the book back? Because you said, oh, sorry, I got a second copy of it or something.
They probably did, but I was too distraught and too amazed by the wood print. I didn't even think about it. I was like, all right, like this copy will just sit on the shelf and look gorgeous, and the copy that like Maddie's reading is the one that's gonna be the book club where I read it, then like lend it to a couple of my coworkers at work, and they read it because like that's where we've been. It's like, all right, all the books from Grady Hendrix I've been loaning to 2 other readers at work, and they read them. So that's what that copy's gonna do. But like the signed edition is my personal copy that I'm gonna stick on the bookshelf and just look at and say, yeah, he actually touched that book.
Right. Yeah.
So
fangirl much?
There we go. Shut up. The second book above the other 2 copies is something interesting. Let me note that's one. Boom, boom, boom. What do you know about Ray Bradbury there, Joe?
Just Fahrenheit 451 or some of the short stories. I'm reading a book right now that's authors that were starting to what they thought they were going to flesh out a complete novel. For whatever reason, they'd get a chapter or 2 wrote, and the creative juices stopped flowing. So they gathered them all together, like Ray Bradbury, Peter Straub, Stephen King, 3 or 4 other authors, and it's just what if you continued and this became a full, this was born as a full novel, but it's been kind of interesting. It's just, you get started with it, and the writer just runs out of steam and puts it on the shelf. And they told them and say, hey, let's put together a retrospective by all these, fairly well-known authors that the creative process stopped. And this was the baby, but the baby never grew up.
That's relatable.
That is so relatable.
Pretty interesting. Runs from like the start of a prehistoric novel to robots and androids and reincarnation of James Dean.
Damn.
Similar actor, but got killed after his 3rd movie just as he was making a big. It's been pretty interesting reading.
That sounds
One of them is Ray Bradbury and Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, Gene Roddenberry ran out of steam somewhere. That's interesting to know.
Yeah. It just the creative juice. Maybe it was something he was trying to develop from the Twilight Zone, or some of those early series that he was a writer for, and so it was like all the authors that you admire did have really struggled, and a lot of stillborn projects happened before they made it big with their first novel, and that launched them from there.
That's
nice.
That's good to know.
What's that?
That's re-encouraging.
That is
just encouraging.
That's kind of fun. That even the greats.
It just runs the gamut of all kinds of different subjects. From the author.
Yeah.
100%. All right, that sounds amazing. Yeah, that does sound amazing. What was that called again? Do you know the title of the book?
I've got it on my Kindle. I'll text it to you.
All right, we'll put in the notes for the show. Y'all read the notes, because I've been working really hard about them putting the freaking notes so you can just jump to segments. And damn it, man, after editing and all that garbage for hours of editing, check it out. I've started doing it here the last 4 or 5, 6, 7 episodes. So now when you jump to an episode, if you actually read the episode, you can jump to certain segments. Enjoy. It's a lot of hard work. Yeah. And that will be noted in the notes of the show description. But yeah, Joe, that sounds amazing. But I'll lend you some Grady Hendrix. You'll probably dig it. We're jumping to the next one.
You didn't even say what that one was. You just said, do you know Ray Bradbury?
That's right. We're jumping to the next book.
Yeah.
On the stack this week is Ray Bradbury's collection. Short stories. The Martian Chronicles, The Illustrated Man, The Golden Apples.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Sun.
Yep.
It is because
The Illustrated Man was...
Yes, I couldn't find my copy. I couldn't find my copy of The Illustrated Man with all those short stories, and I wanted to reference the one where the shooting star and the kid. Anyway, I couldn't find it, so Mike ordered me this collection that has even more than just The Illustrated Man. Because, I mean, I love a short story. I mean, I don't always want to be, like, tied down to a novel.
Right.
You know, I love a nice short story. I can just sit and have a cigarette and finish the story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like big books. I like big books, and I cannot lie. But I also like a good short story, so... Like a collection of short stories, it's just like casual reading.
Yeah.
You don't have to, commit like a week of your life or however long.
Yeah, but this particular hard copy, I think, is a Barnes and Noble exclusive. They did. I got on eBay. It was reasonably priced, but it had The Illustrated Man. But apparently, if you YouTube and dredge the internet, apparently The Illustrated Man had 2 or 3 different versions of it. If you're in Europe, they omitted one story and put in another story. So, like, The Martian Chronicles, one of the stories from The Martian Chronicles was put in The Illustrated Man.
Okay.
And then the other damn book, The Sun Thing.
Yeah, there were definitely stories from both of those, as I recall, in my copy.
Yeah, so...
My, 1970s paperback fucking piece of shit, ragged edges copy.
Yeah, that's why I got this, because it's like all the stories that could have been in The Illustrated Man are now in this one compendium, and there you go.
Also, and since I'm never going to become a tattoo artist, but back when I thought I might, I think that's an excellent name for a tattoo studio. Just saying. If anybody wants my opinion, if you're a tattooist out there, The Illustrated Man, that's a pretty fucking cool name.
Yeah,
I mean, and you're naming it after something so obscure nobody's going to know it's scary.
Yeah.
It's a great title, yeah. Definitely a great title. Wow. That was a weird sound, Joe. Are you still with us?
He's still with us.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you just kind of made this like, yeah. And then there's like, did he just explode? Did we just lose Joe? But
no, I was opening my sliding glass door, so I don't know, maybe
that's
one of my earbuds.
That's what it is.
There we go. Awesome.
All right, top book on the stack.
Top book on the stack. It is called Never Whistle at Night. And this is kind of a reference to a lot of American Indian folklore thoughts and beliefs. Not as much with my people, but definitely across the board. You should never, ever whistle after night unless you're just trying to draw something in. Mm-hmm. Be it just a bear or a wolf or whatever, or just a spirit or some negative energy. Because whistling at night is always a bad idea.
Such a bad idea. Anyway, yeah, it's an indigenous dark fiction anthology. So different Native American writers from different cultures, different tribes. I've only read the introduction and the first short story, and I'm in the second short story now. But the first one was pretty good. It was Inuit. I'm not sure which tribe or village. It didn't say. I just recognized it as Inuit. And of course, so there's the local cryptid legend, and there's a bunch of asshole white people. And I mean, take it from there.
That's generally, yeah. That's pretty much it. You take a cryptid in the Aboriginal fucking lore, and then it pops up, and then the white people are there.
White people are there exploiting the resources, exploiting what they're calling artifacts, which are actually just people's tools that they still use. That was my grandma's. That's not an artifact. Like, my grandmother's rolling pin isn't an artifact, for fuck's sake. That's my grandmother's rolling pin. That's my granny's rolling pin.
I know it's like the artifact era, because it's over 50 years, but that's not an artifact.
Yeah, it might be an antique, but it's not an artifact, for fuck's sake. So, just...
But they're fucking around to find it out,
pump
apparently.
the brakes, Whitey.
Yeah. So apparently these white colonizers are fucking around finding out.
Fucking around and finding out. Fucking around and finding out. But yeah, it's not like the natives are, in danger too. In that first story, for sure. It's like, but they know what they're fucking around with. However, like in this day and age, you have to go work in these mines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where you shouldn't be. I mean, it's kind of like, they cover similar territory in like Old Gods of Appalachia, talking about, this is not somewhere you should be. This is ancient and it's more powerful than you, and you shouldn't be there. But because of, capitalism or whatever, sometimes we go, even if we know better.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just go, well, that's just superstition, and I'm a rational person, and I shouldn't believe it. I'm here to say I believe in being superstitious.
Right. And it's greed.
Yeah. Well, in some cases it's desperation. In some cases it's greed. And it depends on which side of the dollar sign you're on.
No.
Know?
Fair.
Anyway, so far so good. I'm enjoying that. And then I'm going to jump back into some Ray Bradbury. And then I'm going to order some more books that I want to read.
Damn it, we got so many books.
But I lost those 2 copies of those Keith Rosson books that I'm never getting back from that friend I loaned them to. And I would like to have them back. And there's a couple other books I really
you ought to check out Mr. K's over in Asheville.
Oh, yeah, that place is amazing.
You been there?
I've been to the one in Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Oh, that thing is a beast.
No, there's a couple in Knoxville.
There's a couple, but like the one off just the big one off freaking
Broadway.
Yeah, Broadway, the main highway there. Just like there's a huge. It's pretty much a warehouse.
Literally Broadway.
Literally a warehouse. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like
the one in Asheville's at River Ridge.
Okay.
Right before you get to J&S Cafeteria. The J&S Cafeteria is still in business, but it was
holy shit
in that complex behind the McDonald's or KFC.
Wow. The cafeteria is still open. That's amazing.
I think it is. Yeah, they had a fire, and it took them about 1.5 years to reopen. But it's you go right by Mr. K's as you're driving to their parking lot to park to go into J&S.
Yeah, that place is a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I've
wealth.
gotten a lot of books from there.
Yeah, that place is awesome. Like they got like DVDs, CDs.
Yeah, and you can take, you've been to the one in Knoxville, so you can trade in for credit for, other, keep rotating your stuff out and not having to buy it.
Yeah, you can trade out. Yeah, trade out.
Don't they still do that at our local bookstore?
They do, like City Lights will trade you if you got something.
But I think it's only good against used books.
Yeah, it's against used books.
Not new books.
I think, but then again, they may just accept stuff, but they
I've got
will give you
all these
credit.
Boxes of books from my sister when she moved. I was like, let me take your books and go through them.
And CDs, and then books, and then whatever, the first 10 or 15 of that week's or that month's top sellers, and I think they even had cassettes.
Yeah, they do carry cassettes at McKay's. Yeah, McKay's is that's like a half-day trip, because if you have like kind of an idea of what you want, it's like you're going to be browsing for at least an hour and a half. Just then you're going to go take a bathroom break, then you're going to go browse another hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah.
It's a blast. McKay's is so fun. Like, you're just scoping over stuff. But like even like any good used bookstore is a fucking absolute gem. So if you guys got some at home there in your hometown, don't damn neglect it.
Seriously, our tiny ass Friends of the Library bookstore here, we found a copy of Hollywood Babylon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We found a copy of what's that? The History of Rock and Roll book that we found. What is it? Go Cat Go.
Go Cat Go. Yeah.
History of Rockabilly Music. I mean, like, kind of coveted books. You don't just find... I think we found Hollywood Babylon 1 and 2. Volume 1 and Volume 2, probably at the same bookstore for like, $3. And these are books that are like, have a cult following. They don't know what they have.
Yeah, but they don't care. But at the same time, it's just like, they kind of dig it, but then it's just like, whatever. The fact is, like...
The problem is that they started putting it on Facebook, on their Facebook page, like, hey, do you want to, like... These are books we just got in. Anybody want to call dibs?
Oh.
So, like, people see it on there and they're like, yeah, Tom Robbins just died. I want the Tom Robbins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Tom Robbins.
Yeah.
But,
Tom Robbins.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
City Lights is, I don't know if they still do. Their back section off of their new product.
Yes.
Always had a really good selection of paperback or plays or
yes,
fiction,
the used
non-fiction.
books.
Yeah,
both of them, both that and Friends of the Library, really good source for. Have you ever been into that Harry Alter's book store there on Main Street?
I've admired.
But he had some really cool stuff.
Yeah, but it's all rare books. I've admired it from the windows.
But as the host of this show,
he's very rarely open.
Yeah, that's true.
That is that. But as this person here, when I was looking for a copy of The Illustrated Man, I actually went into...
Joey's been in there, and apparently he only deals in cash. Last time I was in it,
Makes sense, yeah. If you're dealing in paper, deal with paper. So
they were like that at the Friends of the Library for a long time.
Yeah, they only just got Square, I think. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, like about 3 weeks ago when I was looking for a copy of The Illustrated Man one day, I did actually go into that rare bookstore. And I asked him about it, and he was like, I don't know. And he had like another Ray Bradbury book that we already had. But then I was looking at the piles of books he had just on the floor. And I was like, these are not rare and old. These are modern books. But they're not bad modern books at all. These are all really good, old, recent modern books. And I was like, all right, these are good copies. So then I asked him if he had any old copies of Alice in Wonderland. And he's like, nah, those really go quick. And I was like, oh, well.
Imagine.
But, like,
not cheap.
He is now kind of like something I'm going to step into because it's not just like, I thought he just had Civil War artifacts because
right.
I think that's a shop a couple stores down that has Civil War artifacts, but I kind of associated
across the street.
The two. No, there's nothing across the street.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy that does the framing.
Yes,
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking Cold War.
But no, like that guy,
it's weird.
That store is now like something I'm going to definitely check into when I'm looking for a book. But
did you get the hiccups?
It's burps.
No, it isn't.
I'm just burping.
It's the hiccups.
Anyway, as I was going to say, y'all check out your local bookstores when you're looking for books, listeners.
And your local thrift stores.
Oh, 100%.
Most of those carry books too.
Oh,
and they have no idea what a price I'm at. Speaking of Tom Robbins, I did get a used copy of Villa Incognito from our local bookstore, City Lights, where Tom Robbins actually had a reading years and years back when that book came out. So I found an autographed copy, autographed to somebody named Gabe. And I was like, cool. I have a brother named Gabe. He likes Tom Robbins. And then I started reading the book and thought, it would be weird to give this book to my brother because it's Tom Robbins. And you all know where Tom Robbins takes it if you've ever read any of his books or maybe watched even Cowgirls Get the Blues for that matter. Yeah, it gets really gross really fast. So I still have it. I still have the copy. But I got it for like, $1.25 signed copy. I know it's a paperback. But I also know that he like came to my town and read at our little fucking tiny ass bookstore. And that's kind of rad.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. Yeah, like when I was looking for a copy of the Illustrated Man, I found a copy of Justin Wilson's humor and opinions.
Cajun cooking.
And Cajun. It doesn't really cook.
No, it's just humor.
It's just humor. It's just straight up like the author of the book talking to Justin Wilson about his life. And he's trying to type out how he sounds.
Oh, he's typing it phonetically.
Yeah, so he's phonetically typing out how Justin Wilson talks. And for our worldwide listeners, our Ireland listeners, Justin Wilson, I guarantee.
Yeah, guarantee it. Yeah.
And I had some onion.
Oh.
Yeah. So I found a copy of that. I was like, oh man, Justin Wilson, shit. I gotta get that. And it was like $2. I was like, that book is coming home with me. And
Mike loves him some Justin Wilson.
Love his cooking, love his personality. I grew up on PBS.
Yes.
Which is Public Broadcasting Systems for America, which pretty much meant every Sunday morning you watch wrestling, then you went to PBS and watch Sesame Street, and then you watch whatever nature show was happening here in America in the 80s. And
Mr. Rogers, represent.
Hell yeah. But
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross up in here.
Yep.
Love me some PBS.
Oh, yeah. Some freaking Faulty Towers and Are You Being Served?
Are You Being Served? Oh, wait. You're forgetting the other one. Oh, fuck.
Are You Being Served?
Keeping Up Appearances.
Yeah,
they had all the good BBC reruns.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, I loved that shit.
Love the BBC fucking PBS damn transfers. Like Doctor Who was like an afternoon show.
And you're forgetting Red Dwarf.
And Red Dwarf was like a weird one.
That always came on before Doctor Who where I lived.
Yeah.
I never even seen Red Dwarf.
Back in the Tom Baker Doctor Who era.
That's my Doctor Who. My Tom Baker, man. That's my Doctor Who.
That's my Doctor Who.
Yeah, he was great. He was great.
That was like my childhood doctor, so like I always revert back to Tom Baker.
If I think Doctor Who, it's got a big scarf.
Be a long ass scarf.
And that cool ass jacket and hat. That's Tom Baker. That's my Doctor Who, boys and girls. Oof.
I'll tell you, even when I was a server, like years back, but probably 10, 15 years ago, and some chick came into the diner I was working at, and she had this long ass stripy scarf, and I was just like, oh, you look like Tom Baker, Doctor Who. She's like, all hearts in her eyes. She's like, yeah, I knitted this. This is Tom Baker's scarf from Doctor Who. And nobody recognizes it.
Ah, that's sweet.
I was like, oh, well, today's your day, sis. I grew up with Tom Baker. Yes, and K9.
K9. Hey, Joe, did you have a Doctor Who?
He just said it was Tom Baker.
Was it Tom Baker?
Oh, yeah. I came on right at the end of the second Doctor, and then watched all the Pertwee Doctor Who's, then Tom Baker, and then Peter Davidson.
Oh, yeah.
I basically got all through them until we got to Sylvester, and I just couldn't get into Sylvester.
Yeah.
Have you watched the newer ones? No, I'm going to tell you, because when it was David Eccleston.
Capaldi.
Mm-hmm.
Capaldi was about it for me. After Capaldi, no, I didn't.
You didn't watch just the female Doctor.
You need to jump back even before that, though.
Because when
the one I liked was he was before Tennant. He was only a Doctor for 2 seasons.
Eccleston.
Eccleston.
I can't think of his name. I can see his face because
can you hear me?
He was a cop.
Eccleston.
British PBS series.
Christopher Eccleston.
Christopher Eccleston? Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, Chris Eccleston, yeah.
Maddie's got it. Yep. Yeah.
Who also played an asshole, army sergeant or something in 28 Days Later.
Oh, was he that jerk?
Yeah, he was the fucking really bad guy. So we're bringing this back to horror here.
Wow.
By the way, I just did that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he was the fucking motherfucker in 28 Days Later. But I loved him as the Doctor.
Yeah, he was great as a doctor.
But that's when it came back on, and I was watching that, and one day my son came in the room. My eldest son, my younger son might have been a baby, might have not been born. But, I mean, as soon as he heard the theme music, he was just like all in, Doctor Who.
Right.
Had never watched Doctor Who, never heard of it. I was just excited we were getting new Doctor Who. That was like my childhood. But like my kids became obsessed with Doctor Who. And I haven't finished. Okay, I've gotten into the last series after Capaldi, and I can't remember that actress's name, and I deeply apologize because I really do like her. I really like her as the Doctor. Actually, she's fun. She's fun in a like David Tennant kind of way. The Doctor should be fun. Doctor Who's kind of like a fucking...
He's an alien.
Genius child.
Genius alien child.
But like every version is a child, right? I mean, they're reborn. They have to figure things out from scratch.
That's why
that's why it's so fun.
The fucking fish sticks and wherever the hell Gilgert.
Custard.
Yeah, fish sticks and pudding.
Custard.
Matt Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Matt Smith version. God, somebody give that man some eyebrows.
Since we're talking about books.
Let's go.
The book that I was talking about, I'll just read you a brief synopsis. Every now and then your favorite author takes a detour while writing a new novel. A chapter gets chopped, a connected short story is dreamed up, an essay of the book's origin is composed, and an oddity is created on the day off. It's called Detours.
Oh, I like that.
And it's on Amazon. Some of the authors are Dean Koontz, William Peter Blatty, Stephen King, Michael Marshall Smith, Owen King, Peter Straub, Michael Coriata, Ray Bradbury, Clive Baker, Chet Williamson.
Wow.
Very interesting. They're not long. They're just about the size of a short story. But
but I love that.
They never made it out of the computer, the typewriter to completely see the light of day.
But I love this as
interesting.
As a bit of advice for writers, when you get stuck, just do a little, take something from pluck something from one of your stories and just detour it and just make a little deep dive into that.
That's genius.
But it's never picked up by their editor or anything.
I mean, possibly you could add it as a chapter.
All these authors and say, hey, we're the abandoned children. Would you mind if we put them in a book?
Wow. That sounds amazing.
And it's really, it was like $8.99 on Amazon.
All right.
So,
that's great. That's great advice.
It's pretty reasonable.
Because I've had terrible writer's block for like a couple of years.
Decades.
Shut up. Off and on. But yeah, I could do that.
Now that sounds awesome. Actually, like I definitely will probably look around for that. Then I don't know.
Probably just really good for just character development too. Just like
that idea,
to get away from the main story and just develop one character, and then at least you know that character's backstory.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. Damn. All right. Now, at least now we got a damn face to the story. Detours.
Yeah. Yeah, the Detours.
That's an amazing section of damn selection of authors. Holy shit. That's good to know that many people just damn can't complete a damn project. That's good to know. That's kind of refreshing.
Or struggle. Obviously, they can complete projects, but struggle with it. Yeah, I think.
We're completing this episode. God damn it, we can do this. We're better than that.
Well, it's like
in some ways.
I've asked Kieth Rosson, like, what is your advice to writers? And he's just like, you just have to write every day. And I'm like, I don't have the fucking motivation for that. He's like, it doesn't matter. You just have to write every day. And eventually you'll spit it out. And I'm like, why do you have to be so fucking practical?
Jeez. Oh, man. All right, Kieth, thanks. Shout out to you again on the podcast. Maddie actually knows this guy, Kieth Rosson, who's a fucking, probably a Wall Street Journal fucking best book writer guy.
No, I don't think Wall Street Journal does best book guides. That's not what the Wall Street Journal does. No, he's not also a fucking
New York Times
bestseller yet. No, but he's been pumped up by Stephen King and Joe Hill, and is on a major fucking label now, not indie anymore. So, but we grew up together.
I think he's on Penguin. So, boom, shakalaka. Penguin Books. I think it's pretty big label.
Penguin's big label.
Penguin Random House, yeah. Actually, his daughter was impressed when she saw that, like, some children's books that she liked had been published by the same publisher. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, you've made it, Dad. Which is adorable. Only kids, man. Only kids.
Shout out to Kieth Rosson. You motherfucker. Love you. All right. That's about it. The only thing we got to damn chop up to this last bit. Man, yeah, that's it. Pretty much. Only Murders in the Building won a SAG.
AFTRA.
Yeah. No, that's just Screen
Actors Guild.
Yeah, Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Ensemble in a Comedy Series. Mm. So that's the only thing I got last. That was the last bit of news and bits and pieces. And that wraps up our news bits. An hour and a half later. But, yeah.
Sidebar. Martin Short and Steve Martin were going to do their show in Knoxville Sunday night, and Martin Short came down with COVID.
Ah, man. Damn. That's a bummer. Welcome to the South, damn Martin Short. Sorry. We don't vax. Fuck.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. Not all of us, but yeah, that sucks. Hopefully Martin Short knocks it through. Knocking on wood for Martin Short. Love him.
Yeah, just a blip on the schedule, I guess.
Yeah. They'll be back. Like fucking every vampire monster, they'll be back. Hey, Joe, have you ever watched the Murders in the Building show?
No, but I've got a couple episodes downloaded to check it out, because you talked about it a while back.
It's really good.
It's on my radar to watch.
No, it's a good watch. It's a good
at least the first season,
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, all the seasons are good. We just wrapped up the last season. Fantastic. But time is money, and time is really not money for us. It's just good. But this is, we're going to wrap this up. We're at about an hour and 45. So, yeah, check out Only Murders in the Building. They just won an award. They're awesome. Check out the series, Joe. Those 2 episodes, check them out. The rest of it's absolute gold. Enjoyable. It's a good damn once a week watch if you're going to do that way, or it's a good binge if you want to binge. Don't hate it. But yeah, check out Only Murders in the Building. But for us here at the Chainsaw Bar, the Old Crow's running out and the PBR is at its last bit. So that's about it for our show tonight. It's been a blast.
Even though we just skipped over like 9 movies, but okay. We'll save that for next time.
We got 9 movies to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Including one that's still in theaters. Wait.
Oh, yeah. It involves some sort of mammal. But we'll talk about that on the next broadcast.
Some sort of primate.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk to you about that. So that primate movie we will discuss on the next podcast. But this is Mike at the Chainsaw Bar telling y'all, wash your hands, social distance. People still spit when they talk, and the flu is still out there. We are
also
almost
over 90 cases of measles in Texas. Vaccinate your fucking children.
Yeah.
Gross.
They're all unvaccinated.
Yep, get vaccinated, kids. Make your parents damn give you the fucking vax.
Well, look, some kids are too young to be vaccinated or fully vaccinated, but those of you who are anti-vaxxers, then just keep your kids at fucking home and don't have them around other kids.
Yeah.
Period. That is your choice, and you can make it.
Do it.
RFK can go to hell.
Fuck
right?
Yeah. Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
RFK can go to hell.
Sooner the better.
All right.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. God, why? It's just they're evil and they're going to live for fucking
Look, like,
ever.
you know, my best friend's dad had polio as a child. Was before the polio vaccination. And, you know, was in an iron lung and then had an atrophied gluteal muscle his whole life. His whole life had, like, paralysis on one of his butt cheeks.
Yep.
And still, like, played sports and still was a very successful and wonderful person, one of my favorite people in the world. And one of the other side effects of polio that you don't hear about is that it can cause early dementia.
Damn.
So in his 50s, he started showing signs of dementia.
Oh, man.
Like, one of the most brilliant people I've ever known. You know, title and escrow lawyer, knew every fucking word to every Irish folk song and every sea shanty he had ever heard in his life. He was a wonderful person, and those are some of the things they don't tell you about polio. If it doesn't kill you, it makes your you know, what should be your golden years fucking miserable. You can't remember your granddaughter's name.
Right.
Yeah. That's so horrible.
You look, it is people's choice if they want to make an uninformed choice and not vaccinate their kids.
But you've been informed about what we've experienced, so I don't know. I say vax. Well, fuck it. Polio's fucking crazy. Measles suck, and who gives a shit?
Measles can be deadly. They are deadly. I mean, that's why the BFG was dedicated to Roald Dahl's daughter Jane, because she died from measles. They didn't have vaccination back then.
Damn.
It's just... And there's no treatment for measles, okay? There's no treatment. There is only vaccination.
Right.
If your herbalist or psychic friend tells you, and I'm all about herbal medicine, and Mike can vouch for me here, I'm all about herbal medicine, except for when it doesn't work for that condition.
Mm-hmm.
Folk medicine doesn't work for everything. Vitamins don't work for everything. Homeopathy, arnica doesn't work for everything.
But you gotta use everything in the toolkit.
You gotta use everything in the toolkit, and sometimes that means vaccinations because there are no treatments for measles.
Facts.
It's just a medical fact. So, yeah, for whatever Mike was saying about social distancing and shit, if you have your kid unvaccinated, social distance them completely from other kids who are too young to get a vaccine.
Hell yeah. Yeah, totally.
Or a full vaccine in the case of the measles vaccine that takes, I think you have to be like,
it's a 6-monther, I think.
No, I think you have to be a year old, and then by the time you're 4, you take the second dose.
Really?
Yeah, it's that split apart to get a full vaccine.
Wow.
For measles. So just raise your kid in a fucking bubble, homeschool, do all the stuff you were going to do anyway, because you're off the grid and whatever.
All right. That's it for this episode of the Chainsaw Bar. We're at about an hour 50. But we're doing pretty good. All of us are getting by. It's tax season. Hopefully we aren't being screwed over by the government. And hopefully the government is
we're all
screwing us.
getting it in the ass by the government. In one way or another. Unlubricated.
Yeah.
Unlubricated.
As I say, good times.
Good times. Cheers. But
so for those of you who consented to this, and it wasn't me.
You voted for this. Yep. All right. Damn it, man. So depressing. But at the same time, it's like, we did a new episode, so God bless America. You are blessed with the chainsaw bar and Joe's goddamn silky ass voice, so fucking hell yeah. It's good times.
Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing that video on Friday.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna fucking question your life. Because Glenn Danzig has no fucks to give, and he's also able to laugh at himself now, so
that's
he's
the
even
point.
more dangerous.
That's the point at which he had no fucks left to give. He had fucks left to give before that.
But now he doesn't, and
now he can laugh at himself, and I think we should all take a lesson from that.
And hell yeah. Yeah, it's an absolute gem. Death Rider in the House of Vampires. Cleopatra Records. They gave me a sticker even. When I ordered the thing, they gave me a sticker.
They sent him a CD full of, apparently
hair
iconic
metal.
80s hair metal, and we haven't listened to it yet.
I'm afraid to even play that CD.
I'm totally terrified. There was no playlist?
It's also part 2. They sent me part 2. They didn't even have the common decency to send part 1. They sent the second part. So it's like, it's hair metal part 2.
Essential, or quintessential or essential?
I don't know. It's like...
You don't even know where it went.
It's right here, but I'm afraid to look at it again. It's like Cleopatra Records. All right, here we go. This is 80s hair metal. Disc 2. Live and Dangerous.
Danger, hair metal.
Woo!
Don't get it around a lighter because the hairspray will go up in flames.
And you'll burn,
It will buffy you.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I might play that, but
I'm totally gonna put that in my car. Just rock out with my cock out.
There we go. All right, this is the Chainsaw Bar, the horror podcast. So don't you all forget it. We are the horror podcast. And this has been us. It's been a month. We thank y'all for listening. On 3, Chainsaw Bar salute. So we all vroom on 3. Ayo, yo.
Yeah, we know what that is.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Vroom. Y'all take care. We love you. Cheers.
I say